Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Great. Oh, I love great. So we are going to be continuing learning about, raise your hand, what are we learning about?
Frogs.
Frogs. And besides just frogs, what does this model show us, Emily? The life cycle. And that's one of the words I have on our word wall over there. Do you see where it says life cycle? Let me just point it out to you, because that's one of the words we're really going, two words actually, that we're really going to be making sure we understand. Read it with me. Life cycle. And cycle is when something, pick your hand up in the air, cycle is when something goes around and around, like a bicycle. Think of the wheels of a bicycle.
It's kind of like choo-choo train.
Can you raise your hand so I can hear when everyone wants to say something? That way we can be respectful to all of us. Santiago. Hi, Santiago. What did you want to say about life cycles?
Oh, the wheels.
Oh, the wheels.
Yeah, I was gonna say, choo-choo train. Wheels.
Has wheels also, but when you say the word bicycle, it sounds like life cycle, right? Going around and around. So it's a helpful way to remember. Okay, Daniel, did you want to say something about life cycles? No, then hold that thought for a minute. So today, yes, Yemi? The what? Oh, at the end we'll talk about that, okay? Today I have a really great big book to share with you called Leaping Frogs. Remember, we practiced when we were sounding out words and practicing our sounds. We practiced this suffix. When you see ing, what sound does it make? Ing. Ing says ing. Ing. So, wow, we're going to read this book. I love this book because the photos are so amazing. Does this book? They look so real. Daniel, why do you think this book is going to give us information? Let's look at Daniel and find out what he thinks.
The cover looks real.
The cover is a real photo. Does anyone want to agree or disagree with Daniel? Do you think this is going to be giving us information? Raise your hand if you can tell me your idea. Amelia. Eyes on Amelia. Do you think this is going to give us information or no? Yeah, what makes you think that? It's a real picture. That's a good clue, isn't it? This book is going to give us information. And the title, once again, is called Leaping Frogs. Does anyone know what leaping means? And I just gave you a big clue, and there's a clue on the cover. Emily? Oh, I love how Emily raised her hand to tell us. Say it one more time, Emily. Jumping. Leaping is a big jump, and that's what these frogs are doing. Brian, can you see the book from where you are? Okay, I want everyone's eyes over here. I love this book. I'm going to share this book with you right now. Now, the first time we read it, I'm going to read it. The second time, if you want to read along with me, I would love that. So the first time, who's the reader?
You.
Me. And you're going to follow with your eyes and also look at these amazing frog photos. Ready?
Yeah.
And so today, this is our job today. Ready, Yemen? Ready, Brian? Our job today is, as we're listening to this book, I want you to be thinking about how frogs and tadpoles breathe. Everyone put your hand on your chest and take a big breath of air. Go like this. We're breathing, right? All day and all night, we're breathing. So you're going to be thinking, as we read, about how tadpoles and frogs breathe. Give me a thumbs up if you know your job. Okay, here we go. Ready? I'm reading first. You're listening and looking. Have you ever seen a frog?
Yeah. That's a question.
It is a question.
What is that? Oh, I think some glow in the dark. I don't like that frog.
Why not? Well, they all look different. Let's see.
Wait, what's that one?
We're going to find out right now. I know. They're super cool looking. Frogs come in all colors and shapes. And I notice some words on these pictures. Do you remember what words that tell us what's in the picture are called? Anyone remember that? Hold that thought. Does anyone remember, Brian?
Diagram.
So diagrams are drawings or illustrations that give us information, but what are the little words called that tell us what we're looking at? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an O. O. The words, Yemen?
Labels.
Labels. Very good. There are a bunch of. You both said.
No, Jimmy and Yemen.
Yumi and Yemen both said it. There are so many labels on this page. Brian, I want you to make sure you can see from where you are. Do you want to move forward a little bit to be a better listener? If you want to scoot up, scoot up. Okay, so the labels tell us the names of the different kinds of frogs. Leaf frog, green tree frog, crowned frog, poison dart frogs. What do you think that means? Raise your hand. If they're called poison dart frogs, what do you think that means, Daniel?
That they can kill you.
Maybe, or that they're poisonous,
They could make you be very itchy.
or maybe itchy. Poison is something that's going to hurt other people or animals.
Like that frog looks like from Elsa, like that lizard.
Oh yeah, blue poison dart frog, green horned frog,
Looks like a fat frog.
hourglass tree frog, red-eyed tree frog. Does anyone have any comments about these really cool frog photos? Raise your hand if you have a comment, because I know we're really excited about this page. Amelia,
It's that frog that has eyes.
the frog that has orange eyes, it's really cool. Since so many of us have comments, put your hands down. I'm gonna have you turn and talk to a partner, and so you can share your comment with a partner. So Santiago and Daniel, if you have something to say about this, can you talk to each other and share your cool idea? Damien and Carlos, can you talk to each other? Emily and Humeda, can you talk to each other for 1 minute about this picture? If there's anything you want to say, which one looks cool, which one looks interesting? Yemen and Brian and Amelia, can you talk together? And Yimmy join this group with Carlos and Damien. So all we're doing right now is taking a minute to talk about what we see, what looks interesting. Carlos and Yimmy, come a little closer. Cool. Sí. Sin cola, no tienen cola. Sí. Sí. 5-second warning, wrap it up. Okay, 2, 1, and eyes back on me. These are really cool photos. I told you I wanted to share this book with you because the photos were really cool. Hands down for a minute. Scoot over a tiny bit, back when you were. Most frogs have some things in common. They have bulging eyes to see all around. Now, bulging may be a word that we don't know, but think about, look at the frog's eyes. They're bulging eyes. Daniel, what do you think bulging means? Like coming out almost, right? Like popping out. Bulging eyes to see all around.
It's more like they are sleepy.
Hold on. Let's please raise our hands because I want to make sure all our comments can be heard clearly. Brian, go ahead. Eyes on Brian.
The eyes is more like they're sleepy.
They look kind of like they're sleepy to you.
Yeah, like that.
Daniel.
They have like a disc on their. That's their ears, a disc.
Yeah, that's the next thing. They have disc-shaped ears that help them hear. That's their ear. And they have powerful legs to help them move. Their powerful legs. Emily. Carlos, can you move over a little bit so Emily can see? And Emily, maybe you scoot over that way a little bit so you have a better view of the book. Daniel.
Today in the bathroom, Damien actually hit me in the.
Can we talk about that right after class? so I can help you solve that problem? Okay.
Eggies. Eggs. Well, I can see some little tadpoles.
We saw the model of the frog eggs, but here are some cool photos that show close-ups
Are they just
of
wrapped in the
frog eggs.
Oh, they look so cool. I wish I could touch it.
I know, and do you remember from our other reading passage what it said they would feel like, Emily? Jelly. They would feel like jelly. Okay, eyes on the words, mouths are quiet, listening, and remember, we're listening for information about how tadpoles and frogs breathe. So that's coming up, so be ready to listen for it. Most frogs begin life within tiny eggs laid in the water. See the black dots? Those are baby frogs. A baby frog is called a tadpole. Can you see the tadpole starting to form?
Yeah,
Mrs. Baker,
Yes, Cynthia.
can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, go ahead.
So they're inside of the egg.
Yeah.
I think they're wrapped around like an egg. Like a big egg. Oh, what happened?
What is happening here? Raise your hand. What's happening? Yes, Carlos.
They break like free.
They break free. Pretend you're in an egg. Pretend you're in an egg and you're wiggling and now you're like, I'm free, coming out of the egg. Soon the tadpoles rise up and break free of their eggs, just like Carlos said.
The eggs will get weaker when they grow? Probably.
We would have to do more research if we wanted to find out how they break free, right? The young tadpoles look like little fish, don't they?
Yeah.
They have gills to help them breathe underwater. Wait a minute, hold on. What are we supposed to be thinking about as we read today? What are we supposed to be thinking about as we read today? Amelia? How they breathe. I'm going to read this page again. You listen carefully. Ready? The young tadpoles look like little fish, don't